Dear writer, in harrowing times, and truly what times have not been harrowing, I sometimes ask myself, what can a poem do? A poem isn't a tourniquet when you're bleeding. It's not water when you're thirsty or food when you're hungry. A poem can't protect you from violence or from hate. It's difficult to create, to paint, to sculpt, to compose when your work feels like it's not enough. It can't do the real, tangible work of saving lives or making people safer. But art can do real, tangible, transformative work inside us. Think about the art that has become an important part of your life, the songs you love, the books you treasure, the films you can quote line for line. Art isn't extra. It's necessary. It's not life's decoration, but it's framework. This would be a good time to read or reread Audre Lorde's brilliant essay, Poetry is Not a Luxury. I know what some people would say, wow, she really thinks being an artist is as important as being a doctor, a farmer, a firefighter. Dear writer, I have been fed, healed, and saved by art. By words. This is not hyperbole. I'll lean on the wise words of Toni Morrison here. This is precisely the time when artists go to work. There is no time for despair, no place for self-pity, no need for silence, no room for fear. We speak, we write, we do language. That is how civilizations heal. In harrowing times, yes, all times, art is essential. If we can agree on that, then the next logical question is, how can we make it? How do we face the page, the canvas, the camera when the world is on fire? How do we write about war, genocide, climate grief, gun violence, abuse, famine, addiction? In other words, how do we write about life? In his introduction to the Best American Poetry 1997, from my day, James Tate wrote something I've been thinking about, quoting from, and literally putting at the top of my poetry syllabi ever since. And this is his quote. What we want from poetry is to be moved from where we now stand. We don't just want to have our ideas or emotions confirmed. Or if we do, then we turn to lesser poems. Poems that tell you killing children is bad, chopping down the rainforest is bad, dying is sad. A good poet would agree with all of those sentiments, but would also strive for an understanding beyond those givens. This is an essential reminder that our work as artists isn't to solve the world's problems, but to articulate the problems, not to answer every question, but to ask and keep asking. Only by engaging with ambiguity, with the unknown, with the slipperiness of human experience, can we make art that feels true.